what we're announcing essentially is Singular and Snap's joint solution to be able to measure and report on SKAdNetwork based campaigns.
Every major publisher is now getting ready for SKAdNetwork. That's a good thing because about 80% of publishers aren't ready yet, according to data that we've seen from Liftoff. But Snap is, and Snap is important. The company did extremely well in our recent ROI Index and is growing fast with a lot of innovation in augmented reality and other areas. To get more insight about Snap and SKAdNetwork, we're going to chat with Singular Product Marketing Manager Saadi Muslu. Welcome, Saadi.
Thank you for having me, John.
Hey, super pumped to have you. We have had you before on the Growth Masterminds podcast, but might be the first time on videos. So we're breaking ground here on International Women's Day.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Excellent. Well, let's start right here. Why is Snap important?
Well, Snap is a major publisher. They're kind of what we call internally as a super publisher, right? They're very, very popular amongst consumers. They have great quality inventory, as you alluded to, with our ROI Index results and the analysis there. Year after year, they're one of the top performing ad partners for our marketers. So they're a pretty important part of the channel mix for a lot of the advertisers, mobile advertisers that we work with. And I think you alluded to this as well. They're growing quite fast. So yeah, they're a big publisher.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Snap for a second. What does a massive publisher like Snap need to do if they're going to prepare for SKAdNetwork?
Right. So I think when comparing, a massive publisher like Snap with maybe smaller ad networks, they seem to have more concerns and considerations when it comes to privacy, in particular because they have their end users is a very large base of end users, right? And they want to ensure that they respect their privacy, that they continue to kind of grow, that people trust them and trust to use that social media platform. Because of this, they have been very, adamant about ensuring that all of the changes that they do are going to be 100% compliant with these new privacy regulations that Apple is kind of putting forth. So oftentimes the way they handle data in particular, they have a lot of first party data as well. The way they handle data, they're a bit more particular, I guess, about the way that they handle data.
Absolutely. I mean, because if you're an ad network, sure, you care and you have to have business continuity and everything like that. But ultimately, you're reaching people on other people's platforms. If you're Snap or if you're Facebook or your Google or your Twitter or something like that, it's your platform. They're your users, right? It's your one-to-one relationship with them, and you have to make sure that they're happy with you, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So on top of having to kind of build the same tech that they need to register themselves with SKAdNetwork and ensure that they can support those campaigns, as you alluded to, those the end user, their feelings of they're protecting my privacy, very, very critical for the Snap team.
Any other technicalities that Snap has to take care of, just like any other publisher?
Yeah, so they definitely need to register and have registered themselves with SKAdNetwork in order to receive postbacks from Apple. So just like everyone, they've built that tech in order to receive individual postbacks, right, from Apple. On top of that, because most mobile marketers work with a mobile measurement provider like Singular, they also need to be able to forward and pass along that information, the SKAdNetwork postbacks, to the MMP.
So Snap is going to use the ATT prompt. Do you think that'll have any impact on how users react when they see the ATT prompt in other apps?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll have a positive impact. I mean, they're a large, reputable app and publisher. And I think that, seeing as an end user that they care about user privacy and that they are having to, show you this prompt, it may reduce any spookiness or any hesitation you have for maybe some of your smaller apps, maybe some of your smaller gaming apps that are asking you, oh, why do you want to track me? Well, Snap as well. This must be a thing. So I would hope so.
Interesting. Well, we'll see how that goes. I've heard similar arguments about Facebook showing it as well, so we'll see how that happens. Okay, let's talk about the announcement that you're making right now and Snap is making. What are you guys announcing? Talk about this integration.
Yeah, so what we're announcing essentially is Singular and Snap's joint solution to be able to measure and report on SKAd network based campaigns. I think first and foremost for Snap, what they announce is the ability to support these types of campaigns, but also their willingness to work with the MMPs on things like kind of conversion models and providing the MMPs and really the marketers the flexibility to not only simply measure, installs, but kind of go beyond that and see conversions and KPIs that matter to their business, KPIs that are early growth indicators for these advertisers. Uh,
Wonderful. What does this mean for singular customers?
Yeah, so for Singular customers, what it means is as long as you've implemented Singular's SKAdNetwork solution, whether it be through our latest SDK or our server to server solution, that you are ready and set to go with SKAdNetwork campaigns on Snap, on running those campaigns, on measuring those campaigns, and getting reporting for those campaigns on Snap. There's a few kind of steps that customers need to take, but it's pretty seamless and it's not a lot of work on the customer's end. Essentially, what you need to do after implementing our SDK or the server to server solution is in our platform, you define a conversion model. Maybe it's based on revenue, maybe it's based on um, another conversion event. Whatever you pick, you define that model within Singular. And then there's a few requirements on the Snap side as well. So one of their requirements is you have to have a Snap app ID. The second requirement is you need to map the conversion model events that you've defined within Singular in the Snapchat events portal. And the last step is in Snapchat Ads Manager, you can configure and enable SKAdNetwork campaigns. And really, that's it. You're kind of ready to go into this new phase, this iOS 14.5 and beyond phase with minimal disruption. And that was really, the objective with getting this integration out quickly and ahead of the iOS 14.5 release.
Absolutely. That could be out any week now. We keep waiting and we'll see. Perhaps it's next week. Who knows? There's so many who have so much more work to do. Thank you so much, Saadi, for walking us through what Singular is doing with Snap to get marketers ready.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.